Today we're going to change. Today we're going to change the front brake pads on a Nissan B17 Sentra FE Plus. Pretty much any B17 generation Siffle car this will work for. After you get 21mm lug nuts off, there's just two 14mm bolts to take the caliper off the caliper bracket, and then you just hang up the caliper and you can just change the pads. If you're doing a rotor, you're going to have to take the caliper bracket off of the rotor assembly, but today we're just doing the pads. So let's get that off here. Once you get the two 14mm bolts out from the back side of the caliper, you should be able to wiggle it free. And then you want to hang it up. Don't let it hang by the brake line. So I'm just going to tie it to the spring here. So now I change the pads and change the clips, and then we just put the caliper back on. If you haven't done this before, the best way to make sure which way the pads go is to look at them as we take them off. So when we push this pad out, we see that it's concentric with the rotor, and the tab is on the top. So I should find the same tab just on the top as here, and then I know which way to install this. Okay, so when you're changing the clip, the top clip is the one with ears, and then you're supposed to push into the loop at the top of the pad. So you pull the clip down, it just comes out, and then you can put the new one in and then just slide the pads in. So they should just slide right in. You're going to have to push the tab on the top of the pad a little bit to get it in. With the clips back in place and the pads on, the tab of the pad to the top, now I just compress the brake cylinder back to make sure I can get the caliper over the new full thickness pads. This car had a good bit of pad gone, so I knew I needed to compress this some. So if you have a compression tool or a C-clamp, you can compress it, but I have this tool across this hollow cylinder clamp piston to make sure that I compress it evenly so we don't get it lopsided in the caliper. So now we have this compressed. We can put it on here, and okay, we're clearing the pads. So then just line up the bolt holes. Reinstall these 14mm bolts. And we can move on to the other side. Now you've seen all the details about how to do the left side. Here's a time lapse of doing the right side.